Welcome back, everybody. I'm back from my little camping trip. Fall is definitely in the air now. I need to get going on this workshop, try to get it done. I'm kind of against the time schedule now because we're not far from the freezing weather, and I do have water lines coming up in the floor in there, so I need to get it enclosed enough that I can keep those from freezing anyway. So anyway, let me kind of show you where I'm at on this. I've kind of started on the siding. I'm still kind of working out the best way of doing that. So I'll kind of show you where I'm at anyway. Okay, I have the house wrap on. I've installed the 2 windows, and now I'm starting on the siding. I thought I would start back here kind of on the back side. 2 reasons. One is because the bathroom is in the back corner, and at least if I get the siding on the outside, I can put the walls up on the inside and at least enclose that one little area for heat, because like I said, I have some water lines up there with water in them. So anyway, and the other reason is if I make a mistake, it's on the back side of the building where it's not going to show so much. It's because I'm still kind of trying to figure out, how to do around the windows. I've watched some other people do it. I think I've got it kind of figured out, but I'm still in the learning process myself. So anyway, I have the first sheet up. It went up real well. The next sheet here I need to cut and everything is where it starts going around the window. So I'm going to get with that next, and we'll see what we can get finished over here today. Okay, I have the top J channel installed up above that the siding goes into. I also have the J channel installed that the soffit goes into, but I'm just trying to get the siding up for now. I've got this first one in. What I did, there's going to be a rack guard on the bottom, but for now I'm just kind of I'm putting a couple screws in the wall to stand the sheet on. That gives it something good and solid to line it up. I'm leaving the bottom row of screws out until after I install the rack guard, but I'll show you how I'm cutting them here anyway. Okay, I'm using my little table here that I had made. It's really handy. I am cutting it on the pitch, which is a 412 pitch. I made this little sled here to ride my skill saw along, and what I'm using is just a fiber blade in my skill saw to cut it. It's really noisy, but it works, does a pretty good job, cuts a nice edge. There's a lot of tools you can buy, pneumatic shears. There's a nibbler that Makita makes that's really nice, but honestly, I don't do metal all the time, so after this project, I probably wouldn't need it. So therefore, these are pretty cheap. You can buy 3 or 4 of those and it goes a long ways. So I'm just kind of basically laying out the line, putting the sled along the edge, and then putting the saw on that and using that as a straight edge, and it does a pretty good job. So I have this one cut. I'll need to cut the hole out for the window, and then I can lay out where the purlins are and go ahead and center punch the holes for those. It's like you have to get it in at the top, cock to the right or to the side, So it'll go in at the bottom and then stand on those. It's not as easy as it looks. One secret might be to open up that channel so it's not so tight up on top, if I can. Yeah, it's not so easy to do. It's pretty stiff. Alrighty. Problem is that channel is so tight and the panel is bowed, so instead of going nice and straight, it's bowed, and you can't really twist it down here enough to get it in, plus down here. It's still not in, but I might be able to get up there and fix the top enough. That one doesn't want to go in. Looks pretty good. It just needs some adjusting up at the top. Yeah, that's not so easy to do. I imagine there's people who do this for a living that are like, oh no, you're doing it all wrong. But I'm not sure how else to do it. Well, that's screwed down. A couple little adjustments I need to make for that top trim. That tucks in there after I'm finished. The next sheet should be a little easier, I think, because it's coming in this way. Coming this way, you're hitting the eave before you're all the way in. That way, you're kind of sliding into it. So I'm imagining hopefully it'll be a little easier to do. But we're making progress. That sheet took a little over an hour to put up. I'm hoping I can speed that up a little bit. Well, I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but it seems like every time I get started, I have to make a town run or something like that. I got going, cut my next piece of metal, and the end of my extension cord is burned up. It's been going bad for a while, and in fact, a few months ago I was in town, actually thought of it, bought a new end to replace it. I just spent like an hour looking for it. I don't know where it is. That's one of the problems with not having a workshop, having everything crammed in a storage building. So anyway, to town we go. There's probably an hour and a half wasted there, but that's all part of the deal around here. So off we go. Well, stop number one, and they didn't have them. They had a big rack that they would all go in, but it was completely empty. Looks like they were planning on carrying them, but they're not yet. So I'm trying to avoid going all the way to the other side of town. I'm gonna try one more place here this side of town before I head out there. There we go. $7 is still quite a bit for not even extension cord, just the end of an extension cord, but that's what we're needing today. Okay, I went ahead and got two because I have another extension cord at home that the end's starting to go bad on. They get where they don't make good connection, then they overheat, and then they ruin the plug on the tool you got plugged in too. So I went ahead and got two of them. Back to the homestead now. Alrighty, we're back to it. Got a brand new end on both of my extension cords. I said the one for the compressor was starting to get a little bit warm too. So got both those replaced. Day's about half over. We'll see if we can get anything accomplished today, okay? Well, we have this one cut now with the window cut out in it. That doesn't leave just a whole lot over there. This one may not be as easy as I thought. So anyway, I'm gonna lay out the purlins, center punch them, and then we're gonna see if we can get this put in place. Okay, well, I got it in there. I was wrong about it being easier than the one below it. I think because that was so narrow on the one side, there was only like 6 inches holding it. It made it really difficult, but it is in there. And the next couple sheets, once again, I'll say they should be a little easier until I get to that other window. And I think I learned a few things on this window that might make the next one easier. Well, everybody, I know it was kind of a short video this week, but we ended up getting this side of the building all sided. Once you learn a few of the tricks and such about putting that in, it's not as hard, but it's still a little bit of a project. I'm hoping the back goes smoother. But anyway, kind of a quick one. Of course, fall's coming around, and a lot of other things you have to get ready on the homestead. I've been kind of concentrating on our workshop and garage to try to get that weathered in and everything from the cold. But of course, the chickens, I've been letting them run in the garden area now that it's pretty much done producing. I've got the gate set up where I can let them in there for the day. They love to scratch in there and everything. So that's kind of going on. Also this fall, I'm in the spring, kind of tentatively looking at maybe getting a cow or two, maybe a goat. So there's some work down at the old horse field there to fix up. We'll need to be doing that pretty soon. I got some family coming down the end of the November to kind of help out down there. So we'll see. I haven't totally made up my mind on that, but if so, I'll bring y'all along and we will get working on that down there also. So lots going on the homestead. I appreciate y'all following along in the comments and everything, and I hope to see y'all down the trail.